This is Good Morning Jacksonville.
This is like being at a Georgia football game.
I've been doing a little campaigning, but I'm a little out of shape.
A last-second push from the current and former presidents. Why this year's midterm election is so crucial.
She don't feel hate, but she would like to see justice for hate.
The parents of 7-year-old Haiti Villanueva demanding justice as Abrion Price, one of the men believed to be connected to her death, prepares to be in front of a judge this morning.
Halfway through the season and the Jaguars look nothing like last year's team. Ahead, Mia O'Brien hands out midseason grades and tells you why you might not want to give up hope just yet. GMJ at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Good Morning Jacksonville.
As for our Jags, there's always room for improvement, right?
Oh, spring's eternal. Ladies and gentlemen, there's always something to look forward to. Let's just win next weekend.
All right. Hope you're looking forward to your Monday morning. Welcome. You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville. I'm Keitha Nelson.
And I'm Lou Turner. So weather and traffic are going to be a very big deal tomorrow this morning because we've had showers already. In fact, take a look at your radar right here. And to talk all about what's happening on that, Katie Jeffries, Mike Pringley. Hey, guys.
Good morning. It is a wet
Good
start.
morning. In fact, we're talking about this rain. We've had already 2-3 rounds of rain and one more on the way this morning. So let's take a look. Let's come over here and check this radar out in detail because, yes, we've got one last rain round to go. And as we zoom in to Duval County, notice we've had some showers near the Buckman Bridge, now moving up towards San Marco, downtown once again, then off to Arlington over the next 30 minutes. A second round of rain now in Clay County, so we're not done quite yet for areas like Argyle, Orange Park, and off to areas of St. Johns County, northern St. Johns County, and Mandarin. You'll see some of those showers fill in the next 20 minutes. Then we go up to southeast Georgia. The news is better. We have some wet roadways, but that line of showers is now weakening as it moves toward Brunswick, so we can put the umbrellas away, especially as we head toward about 7 a.m. And then to the west, Katie, Lake City, it looks like more of a fog issue. So a little bit of everything out there. We just have to slow it down.
Yeah, definitely be careful out there this morning. We've already gotten several accidents that have been coming in. When you take a look out here towards 295 and I-95 where they meet on the north end of town, there's a report of a crash in this area, not blocking any lanes. I haven't been able to find it yet on the cameras, but there's a lot of crashes out there as this rain has been coming through. Like 95 southbound near Union, look out for a left shoulder there blocked. Over on JTB, you got 2 crashes. JTB eastbound at Southside Boulevard, all lanes there are open. Also one JTB westbound on that ramp there from Hodges onto JTB westbound. No lanes blocked, all off in the shoulder at this point. None we're hearing with any severe injuries, but it just kind of sets up probably what we're going to see today, which is going to be accident after accident.
Time now for your Fast Lane at just about 6:34. Just one day to go until the midterm elections, Election Day tomorrow, and the campaigning is going into overdrive. President Trump and former President Barack Obama were both in key states yesterday, and more star power in districts across the country as Republicans try to maintain control of both the House and the Senate. As of this morning, nearly 35 million voters have already cast their ballots. Republican candidate for Governor Ron DeSantis will be in Jacksonville today. Democratic counterpart Andrew Gillum will be at FAMU. Well, the fight for leadership in Georgia has taken a dramatic turn as Republican Secretary of State Brian Kemp, who's running for governor, says he's calling for an investigation, claiming that Democrats are trying to tamper with the election. Democratic challenger Stacey Abrams calls the news, quote, desperate. Democrats are denying these claims. The University of North Florida Police Department is investigating a report of sexual assault at a student housing building. A female student says she was drugged and then sexually assaulted. UNF police say that the student says she was at a party at the Flats when she stepped outside to talk with friends. She then says that she was approached by the suspect who offered her a drink, which she drank, and then says that she started feeling groggy. UNF police don't really have a good description of the guy, but if you were at that party at the Flats Friday night into Saturday morning, police would like to talk to you. A 15-year-old Volusia County boy is facing murder charges this morning. Police say that he confessed to strangling his mom. Gail Cleavenger's body was found buried under a church's fire pit. Her son, Gregory Ramos, says that he killed her after a fight about his report card. Well, police say that a woman who was staying at a Disney hotel was handed an infant by a stranger who then left. Officials say that they received a call for an abandoned baby. The baby was taken to the hospital, who is in good health. Police found the baby's mom. She was taken to a facility for evaluation and treatment. This incident is still under investigation.
It's been nearly 3 months now since 7-year-old Haiti Villanueva was killed. It was during a shootout stemming from an illegal gun sale, and she was caught in the middle of everything. Later this morning, Abrian Price, one of the suspects in this case, is going to be in court. Lana Harris, live outside the courthouse with the latest on this investigation, the process that's going to happen today. Good morning.
Good morning, and her family really wants justice. Remember, they came here from Honduras to escape violence and hoping for a better life. Now, her parents threw her a birthday celebration over the weekend just to remember her. Some family and friends came out. Of course, it's still emotional for them, and really a lot of the community as a whole was devastated by this. Lots of people came forward, even donating money to help send the Villanueva family Heidi's body back to their home country to be buried. Now, we talked to Heidi's mom, who says she's leaning on God to get through this and to forgive the men who are responsible.
When she was little, her father and her mother showed her not to hate people. And she don't feel hate, but she would like to see justice for Haiti.
Now, again, Abrian Price will be in court this morning, and we will be there, and we'll bring you the latest on air and online. Here outside of the courthouse, I'm Lana Harris, First Coast News, on your side.
Right now, JSO is looking for these men: Humphrey, Benton, Deshaun, Wap Rose, Jacob Lil Kobe, Hartley, Jamie Savage Williams, and Ronald Coleman, all on your screen. They're wanted in connection to the Rolling 20s gang investigation. If you see them, perhaps you know where they are, you're urged to please call Crime Stoppers. You know that number. It is 866-845-TIPS. Remember, you can remain anonymous.
Some much needed positive news in the war on the opioid addiction. According to the St. Augustine Record, opioid overdoses are down across St. Johns County. Records show a decline in the number of Narcan spray that's been administered. That's the drug that will stop an overdose from happening. It was used by first responders on 216 patients between January and November of 2017. This year, those numbers dropped to 137 in that same stretch.
Nearly 250 people will be out of work before the year ends. Fluor Federal Solutions, an engineering and construction company, will be laying off 245 employees. The group has multiple locations here in Jacksonville. We have not received any additional information as yet as to exactly when those layoffs will happen.
Your time now is 6:38. Now, either folks are getting paid more or Americans are getting more sleepy and they just need their coffee. Turns out Starbucks is sipping on success these days. Let's check out those top trending headlines. The coffee chain says its customers are spending more money. Now get this, the average tab jumped 4% over the summer and increased 3% for the year. Now what's behind that, you might ask? New drinks like that Witch's Brew and of course your pumpkin spice latte. Now, we know Apple gets a lot of your money. I know they get a lot of mine. That's no secret. But how much the tech giant makes off of you in your lifetime will make you want to curl up in a ball and cry. Here's the buzz, guys. Based on typical cost and usage patterns, your kids will end up spending $75,000 a piece on their phones over the course of their lives. Now, aside from the ever-rising cost of the actual phone, keep in mind we're paying about $80 a month for an unlimited data plan, plus another $88 on apps every year. So does that sound about right to you? We want you to chime in online and use that hashtag GMJ. We'll be sharing those comments all morning long.
Thank you, Brooks. Hey, Brooks, you always make me feel great. Monday motivation. And for me, yes, you see me, I'm under the umbrella. It's pouring out here. And we are talking about that one last round of rain on cue. Now, let's take a look at what this means for the forecast today. Now, this one last round will come through between now and about 7:30. I think most of us drive by 8 o'clock. And then check out what happens. We do have a nice dry part of the day for lunchtime, picking up the kids from school. And then as we head into this evening, late round rain could include some lightning out there. So not the type of weather where you want to be under the umbrella when the thunder roars, you head indoors. And some of those showers could linger into the evening. So we'll talk more about that. And our weather pick of the week is Election Day. So some good news before the rain returns Wednesday through Friday. I'll have your 7-day coming right up. But first, let's get to Katie Jeffries. And Katie, I'm trying not to wash away out here on the weather deck.
I'm glad you're out there and I'm in here. That rain is really coming down out there. So remember, wet morning commute to start. And hey, it's going to be dark much earlier this evening, so you're probably going to have a wet, dark evening commute as well. So slow it down. Don't slam on your brakes. In fact, let's take a quick live look. This is the Fuller Warren Bridge out here, and you can see that rain coming down on all of our downtown bridges. So please slow down. Don't be slamming on your brakes because you do have wet roadways out there, and hydroplaning could happen. So please be careful. And we have had accidents coming in this morning, so give yourself some extra time.
The Jags had a bye week, which will hopefully give the team some time to figure out where they're headed. And today we can all relax, not worried about our team losing. But they now prepare for the Colts on Sunday. It's time to get back to work. Our Mia O'Brien has prepared some mid-season grades for the Big Cats.
As a kid, I despised midterm report cards, mostly because it usually revealed to my parents that I was talking in class a little too much. But as we take a look at the Jaguars midterm report card, Jalen Ramsey talking a little too much is the least of their concerns. We begin on offense. With the injury to Leonard Fournette, obviously the Jags have run the ball less and thrown it more. Try 131 more attempts than at this point a season ago. But because of that, they've only averaged around 76 yards on the ground per game in the month of October. Context, they didn't rush for less than 100 yards any month all of last year. The even scarier marks, though, come on defense. The Jags have 4 interceptions this season. They had 10 at this point last year. The Jags have 2 forced fumbles. They had 9 at this point last year. Saxonville has 19 sacks in 8 games so far this year. They had 33 at this time last year.
All right.
At 3-5, PlayoffStatus.com still does give the Jags a 10% chance to make the playoffs, and why not? Since the NFL went to a 12-team playoff, it has happened. Robert Griffin and the 2012 Redskins began the year 3-6 and made the playoffs. Cam Newton and the 2014 Panthers started out 3-5-1 and made it to the divisional round. And I can't forget the 1996 Jacksonville Jaguars. Those Jags started 3-6 and made it all the way to the AFC Championship game. That's why they call these midterm report cards, folks. There's still a whole lot more season to go. Mia O'Brien, First Coast Sports.
Yes, there's still room for improvement. Thanks for that, Mia. 42 minutes past the hour. So, folks, this one has a lot of you talking this morning. There's a new study that's challenging one of the oldest disciplinary techniques for kids. You're going to find out what top pediatricians are saying about spanking.
Hey, listen, this place has been closed since January for renovations. Coming up after the break, the results of the city's investment in the Jax Beach Golf Club will show you the finished product as they get ready to reopen next weekend.